Hi, welcome. Here's your HMH lesson for today. We already read the story, How to Make a Timeline, but for some reason, a lot of people haven't watched it or haven't followed along or are just very confused about how to make a timeline. So I thought today I would get on and we just quickly review important parts of the story and then we do the worksheet together again. I know that you guys already did this worksheet right here, this timeline worksheet. Where is it? I know you guys already did it, but a lot of people haven't, or it's lost for some reason, this one. So we're going to do it together again, okay? It's going to be really quick, and I'm sorry if you've already done it, then you can just fast forward. You don't really have to do it because you've already done it, okay? But there's a lot of people that haven't, so I have to repeat. All right. How to make a timeline. Very important words that we should know are timeline, statements, arrange, and current. Again, I've already went over this, so I'm just going to quickly go through this again. Timeline. A timeline is the order of events that things happen, the important things, not just any things. So here it has the creation of a telephone in 1885, how the telephone used to look versus how it's going to look in the future versus how it probably looks around our time, right? So that's called a timeline. We have created a timeline, most of you guys have, and I'm going to show, and you're going to present these to the class right now. But for privacy purposes, you can't get on camera, so I will have to show your timelines on camera, if that's okay with you. Okay, for the people that did finish. Anyway, we talked about statements. Statements are things that you would say as like things that you are words or sentences that people said or wrote to share information. So a statement is something you would say to share information. Arrange, here are the boxes. If you arrange things, you put them in a certain order. Here they put them in the order of size, smallest to largest or largest to smallest. And then current, he's reading the newspaper. He's looking for current news. Current means like recently or now or something that's happening like now. Okay? All right. So going through this real quickly, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Let's look at the worksheet first. It should have been in your... Actually, let's listen to this short clip real quickly, and then we'll go back and do the worksheet.
When you look at a timeline, it tells you a story. It can tell you about events in history or about important events in a person's life. A timeline has several parts. The title tells you who or what the timeline is about. The dates show you the order that the events happened. The text gives you details about each event and helps you understand why it is important. Some timelines also have pictures that tell more about the events too.
So you have a date on when it happened, a caption, that means like words underneath it that tell you why they're important. And then you have a picture. Maybe it's a real picture, maybe you drew the picture, but it's something related to that event. So here's an example of his timeline. He starts with the day he was born, and he has a baby picture where he was born. Everyone's timeline starts kind of that way. It starts at the very beginning. Your very beginning is the day you were born. Okay, and then a very important event that happened is he had a little brother. And then he received an award from the library. That's important to him. Things that are important to him. That was in 2018. And then he talks about summer 2018. And then in the fall of 2018. And then in 2019. These are things that are important to him. So what you guys were asked to do while you were online, while you were working online, is you were asked to create your own timeline. And it gives you instructions here. It says you needed colored note cards, markers, taper glue, scissors, magazine or pictures, string, clothespins, or paper clips. Now, a lot of you guys did it a little differently, not using this material, and that's okay. And it looks really good, and you did a good job. You're just basically making a timeline. If you have to glue it on a piece of paper, then that's fine too. You don't have to be fancy and do it with a string. All right? So you're going to write important events that are related to you, right? I need at least 6 events, I think I said, right? 6? Yeah, I said 6. 6 important events. So if you didn't do it, which is everybody in this class, except 3 people, you have to do that tonight. You have to make your timeline tonight. It's not an option, okay? I just explained what you have to do. You have to get a piece of paper or a clothespin or string. You don't have string, I can give you string. And you are going to make a timeline just like this. You're going to put important dates at the top, things that happened in your life. If you don't have real life pictures at home, draw a picture. That's what Leia did. She drew every single picture, and it still looks amazing. And then on the bottom, she wrote why those things are important. So I'm going to present some people's timelines. Leia, is it okay if I show yours on camera? Okay. So here's Leia's timeline. Let's see. Jasmine, get the lights, please. So I'm going to turn on the lights so you guys can see me better, my onliners. So instead of using string, she used a ribbon, which was very clever. And she used construction paper. Here she has the first thing that happened to her, which was the year she was born. She was born in 2013. She says 2013 here. She drew a picture of her as a baby, and it says, born in Texas. A little caption on why this is important. Then she says the next important thing that happened in her life is 2015. She became a big sister. She was 2 years old when her mom had another baby girl. That's her little sister. She drew these pictures. Here, this is when she moved from Jordan to Texas. This was in 2016. So she never lived here. She lived overseas. And then she moved here in 2016. Here, 2019 is when she finally had a baby brother. Now she has a baby brother. She says in 2019, she also graduated from kindergarten. That was an important event in her life for graduation. In 2019, in the summer, she visited Disney World for the first time. It was a very important thing to her. And look how she ends it. This is cute and funny. 2020, COVID-19. Coronavirus became a pandemic. Look at her. She drew a mad face, and then she drew the coronavirus. And that's it, because that's where we are right now. This is current times. Does everybody understand what a timeline is?
Yeah.
This is what I expected you to do. So I'm going to show you. Dominic, is it okay if I show yours? Okay. Here's Dominic's timeline. He has real life pictures. Here he has a picture of the hospital he was born at, and he has a baby picture of himself. And then at the next one, he says, my first Christmas in 2013. He was only 1 year old in front of the Christmas tree. It's adorable. And then in 2015, another important event in his life. It's the first time he visited Mexico. And then in 2019, he also graduated kindergarten. And then in June, it was his first time playing golf on vacation. He went on a vacation. And then in 2019, he got his very first award, his VIP award. Okay, look how beautiful this is. Was this hard? No, it really wasn't. Jacob Haney, do you mind if I present yours? Do you want me to or no? Okay, could you give me yours, please? It's on the chair. I forgot to grab it. All right, so I'm going to show you guys Jacob Haney's. I know Rosalind and Gabby, you guys did yours. I saw Rosalind's. Good job. But if you guys could bring it to school when you get a chance so I can show everybody and maybe post it in the classroom. So here's Jacob Haney's. He decided to do his on a poster board, which was okay. You don't have to do it on a string like that. You can do it on a poster board if you want. It's okay. That's fine. No big deal. You can do it on a piece of paper if you don't have a poster board. Look, his was clever. Instead of using different colors of paper, he just used a Post-it note. How smart. All right. So he says the day he was born, he says 2016. He was born in California. And then here in 2019, he decided, he turned 2 years old. And then here he has a picture of when he graduated kindergarten as well. Oh my gosh, adorable. Here, and he won a gold medal championship. Wow, in 2018. Very cool. What was that for, basketball? Oh, that's basketball. Very cool. I could guess from his clothes. And then here, he says 2021 is when he likes to spend time with his dad the most. And he has a picture of him and his dad. So that's another very good example of a timeline. So, again, if you did not do it, you have to do it and bring it back tomorrow. Okay, let's move on to the worksheet part. Let's do this worksheet together. I know we've already done it together, some people, and some people have not. So we're just going to do it now. It says, what does the author want you to learn by reading this text? What clues help you know this? Explain how the author organizes information about how to do the first step. So there's many questions here. Let's answer the first one first. What does the author want you to learn by reading this text? What? Very good. How to make a timeline. The author wants us to learn how to make a timeline. So you're going to write that down here. The author wants us to know how to make a timeline. Very, very simple. All right, let's keep going. The second question. It's okay. I'll give you time at the end to write. What clues help you know this? Maybe the title of the story and the example that the author gives us of the boy's timeline. The title of the story and the example of what's the boy's name? His name is Trayman. And the title of the story and the example of Trayman's timeline. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you time to write that. If you need some time to write that down, you can pause the video now. So the author wants us to know how to make a timeline. The title of the story and the example of Trayman's timeline are the clues that the author gives us. And then the author organizes this information in the order in which it happened. So by year, he puts them in the right order, right? Okay, so you're going to write that for the answer number 1. If you need more time to write that down, again, you can pause the video now. Okay, so moving on, let's look at the second question. It says go to page 56, so you're going to turn to page 56. It says, the question is, why did the author organize this page this way? So why did the author organize the directions this way? Why does it say create your own? How did the author organize it? The author divided it into steps that are in chronological order. Remember we talked about chronological order? First, second, third, last, fourth, whatever. That's called chronological order, when you put things in the right order. So they are divided into steps that are in chronological order. Let's write that down. This is the second question, guys. They are divided into steps that are in chronological order. And then it says, well, why? Why did they make it this way? Because it's easier for us to read, right? It's easier for us to understand what you have to do first and then next, last. It's easier for us to understand. It makes it easier for the reader to understand. Okay? So you're going to write this down for the second answer. If you need some time, you can pause the video now. Okay, once you're done writing this down, the last part is you are going to go ahead and take the quiz, how to make a timeline. It is located in your reading packet. It looks like this. It's 5 questions, not very hard. Okay, and that's all we're doing for HMH today. So if you have any questions, let me know. I know I went fast. I did go fast because this is a review of what you should have done while we were online. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.